to be back in Rockford right now?
Oh, it's awesome. It brings back a lot of good memories, and a lot of the same staffs here, seeing some old faces, just being back in the rink. This was a great year for me. I love playing in Rockford, and it's nice to be close to home. Hour and 20 minutes away from home. So yeah, it's been exciting to be back.
Sam Knox, I see your hand is up. You may unmute and join.
Awesome. Hey, Scott. So, obviously a veteran on the team. How do you see a lot of these young guys coming into camp and stuff, and how do you kind of plan on providing in, that leadership role like you have before, but, this year more than any other year?
Yeah, it's pretty funny to be on the other side of it. This is a very young team. But yeah, it's fun to not be as nervous and kind of know what's going on. And, for me, it's trying to make everyone feel comfortable and welcome. And, you can tell, just like I was the first time I was here, you're nervous and you're scared to do something wrong or ask questions and stuff like that. So for me, I just try and, make sure everyone's comfortable, talk to everybody, try and keep it light, and try and make sure everyone's enjoying their experience.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you, Patrick Williams. I see your hand is up. You are unmuted.
Great. Thanks for doing this, Scott. It's been a real tough job market for a lot of guys, maybe 25 and up. What was this experience like to you going through this, looking for a job? And what would be your advice for some of your fellow players in the same boat right now?
Yeah, I don't really know if I would have advice, because it's been, with everything in the state of the world, it's just been a crazy year. When I went to camp in Florida, but then, Charlotte opts out, and it's like, well, there's no room for another goalie here. And you go home and, you're entertaining overseas offers, but their season's already almost done. It's like, is it worth it just just stick with it? And then, I get a call from Bernie, and, what better opportunity than right down the road, a place I'm familiar with, people I'm familiar with. And I was happy to get the call, and I, rushed here as soon as I could once I cleared the protocols.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Mr. Ben Pope, I see your hand is up. You are asked to unmute and may join.
Hey, Scott. Just what's these past few years been like for you, going to Austria last year and then the season getting cut short there, and then trying to find another opportunity here in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy for everybody. I loved playing in Austria. It's a beautiful country. I had a great experience there. It was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. So that was great. And then, coming back here, a guy like me who's not, no one's signing me as a number one NHL goalie, let's just be honest. So it's like, with the state of the NHL and the uncertainties, like no one's really worried about signing a third string goalie, fourth string goalie, something like that. So I knew I was just on the back burner, and teams were worried about bigger things than signing somebody like me. So it was a weird year, but again, just like everything, I was just happy to be healthy and home, and, luckily somehow pulled off an elopement during all this. So it was a weird year, but there were some bright spots, and, it was fun to go down to Florida and experience that. And I'm very happy to be in Rockford right now.
What's sort of the outlook for you? Had you thought about retirement, or do you feel like you still have some gas left in the tank?
Yeah, I think I still have some gas left in the tank. I'm only 32, and I think I still got it, so I figured it'd be hard for me. I feel like I'd regret it in 10 years if I just said, oh, this is a tough year, I'm just going to stop playing, so I'm going to try and keep going as long as they'll have me.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Ben. Jay Taft, your hand is up. You were asked to unmute and may join.
Hey, Scott, what's your hunger level right now when it comes to wanting a starting spot on this AHL team and wanting another shot in the NHL? Where do you stand when it comes to that?
I'm pretty hungry. I feel like that year abroad kind of, I wouldn't say it was like a year off, but it was like a year to kind of decompress from 2 years in Carolina that didn't go my way, kind of a less stressful year. And then, you're just like everybody in your house for so many months, like that hunger builds back up inside you to want to get back on the ice and want to play games. And, you know, even today, it was the first time I played 5-on-5 hockey in 11 months probably. So it was exciting just to like be in a game, even though it was just between us. But my hunger level is pretty high.
What do you think your role is stepping into a team like this? You mentioned how young it is, and how you're not young anymore. What is your role coming in with this group?
Well, I mean, my role is whatever they want it to be, whether it be playing, but regardless, I think I could be a good mentor to these goalies here because I really benefited from that. Like when I played here, I had Michael Layton as my goalie partner, you know, who had years and years and years of experience at multiple levels, and he was great for me. And then even, you know, moving up, Corey was like a great mentor for me. So I knew how impactful that was. And like I said earlier, I feel like a big thing that you can do for younger, like first year guys or younger guys is like, just make them feel comfortable because it's a very, very stressful situation to be in. So I can do that for them now, like they did it for me.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Jay. And Mr. Scott Leber, you are unmuted and are live.
Yeah, Scott, you reached the top of any hockey player's career when you won the cup with the Blackhawks in 2005. How often, or 2015, how often do you reflect on that? And do you still pinch yourself that actually happened to you during your career? How often does your mind drift back to that?
Yeah, I definitely do pinch myself that, you know, even playing one game for the Blackhawks, let alone 3 years and winning a cup. And I wouldn't say it's a daily thought, but I get reminded quite often being from Chicago and walking around Chicago and people want to talk to you about it and stuff like that. So, I mean, my answer is always the same. It's the truth. I'm just like so grateful that all of it happened. And, you know, it's the coolest thing in my life. And it was awesome. And I have nothing but amazing memories of playing with the Hawks and playing here. So it's cool to be back here.